how to achieve freedom from dangerous attachments, how to gracefully accept inevitable changes in life, how to stop being a slave to your emotions and find true freedom. Imagine you're deeply attached to someone, so much so that you're willing to go to extremes just to hold on to them. But the more you cling, the greater the risk of losing them. Excessive emotional attachment is dangerous. It leads to control, manipulation, and unhealthy relationships. We risk losing ourselves and our freedom. In reality, we aren't clinging to people, but to our own illusions and expectations. But how do we stop clinging and learn to let go? How do we find harmony in relationships? The answers lie in the philosophy of Stoicism. The principles of Stoicism can be applied as practical steps, outlined to detach from people and situations. Therefore, we invite you to stay with us until the end and take note of each step as effective guidance on wisdom, which will help you navigate the often turbulent waters of human relationships and emotions. Part 1. Distance yourself from this person for a while. Sometimes the wisest action is to create distance, not to create emptiness, but to gain clarity. Imagine this: you're at a lively celebration, music blaring, people talking, and you're trying to understand a friend's whisper. Difficult, isn't it? That's how it can be when we're too close to a person or situation. Our emotions, like the noise of a celebration, drown out clarity. Stepping back is like leaving the party for a quieter space where you can hear and think clearly. Seneca, known for his deep insight, once said, "As often as you travel far, return to yourself." This isn't just about physical space, but mental and emotional space too. When emotions cloud our vision, stepping back helps us observe them like clouds drifting across the sky, understanding they are separate from us. This detachment isn't coldness, but a way to objectively observe the situation and our reactions to it. It's about seeing the chessboard, not just the chess piece you hold. To apply this today, you don't need a villa in the countryside like ancient Stoics. Simply turn off your phone for an hour, take a walk, or sit quietly in a room. The goal is to find a space where your thoughts won't be drowned out by the constant noise of life. It's in these calm moments that we find the strength to make decisions based not on fleeting emotions, but on deliberate thoughts and inner wisdom. This step back is your strength, your space to breathe and see beyond the fog of the moment. Part 2. Consider the rationality of distancing or the relationships themselves. The decision to distance oneself from someone is a deliberate choice. It's a thoughtful process reflecting rationality and virtue, valued in Stoicism. Imagine your life as a journey on a boat. People in your life are like winds and currents. Some help you sail smoothly, while others might lead you into turbulent waters. As the captain, it's up to you to decide which winds to harness and which storms to avoid. This decision isn't about avoidance. It's about steering your life towards a course that aligns with your values and well-being. Epictetus, who transformed his life from bondage to wisdom, often emphasized the importance of choosing associations that align with our inner freedom. His life offers us a valuable lesson. Not everyone who enters our life brings light. Some cast shadows that can dim our own shine. Think of your relationships as mirrors. What do they reflect? Joy, growth, and understanding, or doubt, discomfort, and anxiety? Choosing to distance oneself isn't a rejection. It's a conscious choice in favor of self-preservation and moral integrity. Stoicism isn't cold logic, it's warm wisdom. It asks us to reflect on whether this person adds harmony to my life or disrupts it like a discordant note. Reflecting on this, recall Epictetus' words, "It is not what happens to us, but our thoughts about what happens. It's not just about the person, but also about your perception of their impact on your life." Are they a chapter in your story, contributing to your growth, or a footnote diverting you from your path? Ultimately, the decision to distance oneself is about crafting a life story you'll proudly recount. It's about being true to yourself, your values, and your journey. Stoicism teaches us to embrace relationships that enrich our narrative and gently release those that do not. It's about creating a life where each person and experience is a deliberate, thoughtful addition to the tapestry of your existence. Part 3. Talk to someone you can rely on. When the world feels like a puzzle and you struggle to piece it together, it's time to reach out for help. Stoicism, while it supports inner strength, also values the strength of connection. A conversation with someone we trust is like finding an anchor in a restless sea. It's not about getting rid of problems, but about gaining clarity and perspective. Think of it as having a navigator in your life's journey, someone who helps you navigate when your own compass is a bit off. Seneca, with his profound understanding of human nature, recognized the power of shared wisdom. He likened a friend to a mirror that reflects not only our image but also our deepest truths. This reflection isn't just about seeing ourselves clearly, it's about understanding our path. When you open up to someone, you're not just sharing words, you're inviting them into your inner world, offering them a glimpse into your thoughts and emotions. Such exchanges create a space of mutual understanding and support, where there's a dialogue of ideas rather than just sympathy. Choose your confidant wisely, someone who embodies the values you aspire to. This person becomes your sounding board, helping you make sense of your thoughts and feelings. They aren't obligated to solve your problems sometimes. Simply listening is enough. Their presence serves as a reminder that you're not alone on this journey. By sharing your thoughts, you may discover nuggets of wisdom in their responses, small nuggets of truth that help you see things differently. Stoicism teaches us that life's challenges are best faced with a calm mind and within a circle of support. This affirms the idea that strength often emerges from unity. Remember, distancing from a person or situation doesn't mean distancing from all human connections. In fact, it's these connections that provide the strength and perspective needed to navigate life's complex terrain. Your conversations with this trusted person are not just talks. They are bridges to understanding, paths to clarity, and anchors in the ever-changing sea of life. Part 4. Set boundaries for your emotions. Mastering your emotional landscape is akin to being the captain of a ship navigating through a storm. The waves represent our feelings, powerful and sometimes overwhelming. Stoicism teaches us not to avoid these waves, but to skillfully and wisely navigate through them. It's about knowing when to let the waves carry us and when to firmly steer the ship. Our feelings are natural, but without setting boundaries, they can veer us off our chosen path. The focus is on enduring these waves without letting them capsize our boat. Epictetus, with his deep understanding of the human soul, reminds us that it's not things that disturb us, but our interpretations of them. This perspective is key to establishing emotional boundaries. It's like having a gatekeeper in our consciousness who acknowledges every visitor our feelings, but doesn't allow each of them to take over the house, our inner world. For example, when anger knocks on our door, we acknowledge it, understand its cause, but don't let it sit at our table and dictate our actions. It's about engaging with our emotions, understanding their place, and gently guiding them where they won't cloud our judgment. Practically, setting boundaries can mean establishing time frames to feel a certain way. For instance, for the next hour, I'll allow myself to be upset about this, and then I'll focus on finding a solution. This isn't about denying emotions, but about managing their influence. It's about balance, like a tightrope walker who acknowledges the height but focuses on the rope. In doing so, we respect our feelings without becoming their slaves. We feel, we understand, and then we gently guide ourselves back to equilibrium and rationality. This process isn't about suppression. It's about moderation, like adding just the right amount of sugar to tea, not too much to overwhelm the taste, but enough to enhance it. Part 5. Thoughtfully consider the potential consequences of distancing. When you stand at a crossroads where distancing is necessary, take time to consider each path. Stoicism is not about impulsive decisions, it involves thoughtful deliberation. Imagine each road as a possible future, and each turn as a different outcome. What awaits you on the path of distancing? Will it bring peace, growth, and strengthen self-esteem? Or will it leave behind regrets and missed opportunities? Foresight is not about confidently predicting the future, but wise preparation for it. Marcus Aurelius, a man who carried the weight of an entire empire on his shoulders, once said, "Look back over the past, with its changing empires that rose and fell, and you can foresee the future too." His words resonate with Stoic practice of reflecting on past experiences to make decisions for the future. Think about times when you have distanced yourself. What were the results? Did it bring clarity, peace, or did it lead to isolation and regrets? Use these reflections as a guide, a way to extract lessons from the past to navigate the future. Finally, consider how your decision will affect others. Stoicism teaches us to balance our needs with the common good. By distancing yourself, you contribute to your own growth and make a positive impact on others' lives. Alternatively, you may potentially cause harm or misunderstanding. This step is not just about your own interests, it's about harmonizing your well-being with the world around you. It's akin to walking carefully in a garden, ensuring your steps foster growth rather than trample flowers. Distancing, in the Stoic understanding, is an act of wisdom, a carefully weighed decision that considers not only oneself but also the interconnected web of relationships in which we all exist. Part 6. Take a break from social media. Imagine your mind as a serene lake, and now imagine social media as raindrops constantly disturbing its calm surface. These drops are endless updates, notifications, and comparisons that intrude upon our peace. Stoicism, a philosophy that thrived long before the digital age, still offers timeless wisdom on how to deal with such disruptions. Seneca, who pondered the brevity of life, would likely view social media as one of the many unnecessary distractions of modern life. He wisely observed, "Life is long if you know how to use it." Thus, this step of distancing involves reclaiming your time and attention, choosing where to focus your precious energy. In the world of social media, our attention is a commodity sought after by all. By distancing ourselves, we're not just avoiding a digital deluge, we're giving our minds the space to breathe, think, and simply be. It's akin to closing the curtains on a noisy street outside your window. The noise, hustle, constant movement, they all remain, but for a moment. They don't touch you. You're in your quiet room, a place for reflection, understanding, and growth. Taking a break from social media isn't an escape, it's self-care. It's about understanding what enriches us versus what drains us. During this break, observe the changes in your mental landscape. Do you feel calmer, more present, more aware of your thoughts and feelings? This mindfulness is at the heart of Stoicism, understanding what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. It's realizing that while we cannot stop the rain, we can choose to seek shelter and enjoy the sound of the drops without getting soaked. Taking a break from social media in today's world is like stepping off a fast-moving train. It's quiet and peaceful, yet in this quietude lies clarity. As you begin this social media hiatus, remember Seneca's words and use this time wisely. Read a book, take a walk, write in a journal. Engage in activities that nourish your soul rather than just pass the time. This break is your time to reconnect with yourself. Part 7. Mindfully focus on your core needs. In this final step on the path of resolution, turn your attention inward, to the very essence of your being. Here lies the essence of Stoicism, to focus on what truly matters for your inner growth and well-being. It's about shedding the insignificant noise, trivialities, and focusing on what nourishes your soul. We're not talking about material needs, this goes much deeper. We're talking about emotional nourishment, moral integrity, and personal growth. Think of your life like a garden. What does it need to thrive? Sunlight, water, care, these are essential. Similarly, identify what is necessary for your emotional and spiritual growth and concentrate on developing these aspects. Epictetus, born into difficult circumstances, understood the importance of focusing on what truly matters. His teachings emphasize the power of discernment, allowing us to separate the wheat from the chaff in our lives. True wealth lies not in possessing great wealth, but in having few desires. Apply this wisdom to your emotional landscape. Know what you need to feel fulfilled, stable, and serene. It's recognizing that sometimes less is more. In a world of endless choices and distractions, find satisfaction in simplicity and depth. In practice, this means dedicating time to reflect on what brings you true happiness and peace. It's the quiet solitude, meaningful conversations with friends, hobbies that fulfill you. Identify these core needs and make them priorities. It's like packing for a journey. Take only the essentials that add value to your experience. This mindful focus helps you distance yourself from the unnecessary, from people and situations that don't align with your core needs. By centering your life around these needs, you create a foundation of stability and contentment. This isn't a one-time task, but a continuous process, constantly returning to what truly matters as you grow and evolve. This focus becomes your compass, guiding you through life's complexities with clarity and purpose. It's about living consciously, not merely existing. In this intentional existence, you discover the essence of Stoicism, a life lived with purpose, wisdom, and inner peace. Stoicism is a wise choice in life, akin to choosing the best options at a buffet. Stoic philosophers believe that what we need doesn't always align with what we want. It's like selecting snacks that are beneficial for you, rather than just appetizing in the moment. Imagine your life as a buffet spread with friends, activities, and experiences. Instead of grabbing everything, Stoicism advises choosing what truly fulfills you and brings long-term happiness. It's saying, I choose what is beneficial for my heart and mind. Consider what you genuinely need for emotional well-being and growth. By embarking on the path of resolution, detaching from attachments to people and situations, we find in Stoic teachings a wealth of profound insights and practical advice. This philosophy encourages us to weigh the reasons for our distancing, engage in transparent dialogue, set boundaries for emotional reactions, reflect on the consequences of our actions, take breaks from external pressures like social media, and focus on our core needs. These actions align with Stoic virtues. The tenets of Stoicism shine like a beacon of inspiration, guiding us toward a life enriched with virtue, wisdom, and emotional resilience. We welcome your thoughts in the comments. Which step resonates with you, or which one would you like to try? If you found value in this video, we encourage you to show your appreciation by liking it.